This is definitely the most arrogant terrorist in history. A minute ago, he had just activated the detonating device in the building. The next second, he disguised himself as a priest and excitedly started singing in the choir.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
The man's name is Cage. He is a terrorist heavily wanted by the FBI with a large bounty on his head. The reason he installed bombs in the building was to create chaos and cover his escape from the United States. But just as the plane began to taxi, a large number of police cars chased after it. Sheriff John was driving a car straight towards the plane. This time, he was determined to catch this heinous terrorist because 6 years ago, it was Cage who personally killed his son. The undercover flight attendant had just revealed his identity when he was subdued by Cage's younger brother, Troy. Then Cage escorted the undercover to the cockpit. John, who was about to crash into the landing gear, had to urgently change his direction. The ruthless Cage didn't stop there. He escorted the undercover out of the cabin door, shot him dead with a single bullet, and then directly threw him out of the plane. Looking at the arrogant Cage, John's anger instantly reached its peak. He boarded a police helicopter alone and then chased after the plane at full speed. After a fierce fight, Cage was finally caught by John, but he wasn't panicked at all. The arrogant Cage revealed his bombing plan to John. Once the time was up, the entire city of Los Angeles would turn into a living hell. But when he pulled the trigger to kill John, he found that the bullets in his gun had already been emptied.
Okay. Please, man, don't shoot me.
Cage pretended to surrender, but his right hand quietly reached behind his back. He took out a knife and stabbed at John's vital part, but unexpectedly, John was prepared. He kicked Cage into the plane with one foot. The hurricane-like thrust from the tail of the plane's engine made Cage fly dozens of meters away like a piece of paper, and then he landed heavily on the barbed wire. The sheriffs found Troy and wanted to know the exact location of the bombs, but Troy, who had the upper hand, was extremely calm. He claimed that he would only tell the answer if he saw his elder brother Cage. Troy didn't die, he just fell into a deep coma due to the severe blow, so they planned to have John and Cage switch faces in order to get the answer out of Troy. The probe cut the skin of the face open completely, and then a mask was used to take it off intact. When the gauze was removed, John looked like Cage. Seeing that the plan was so successful, Sean couldn't help but laugh out loud. But then he thought that he would have to face the face of his enemy every time he looked in the mirror.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
The doctor gave him a shot of a sedative, which finally calmed Sean down. In order to uproot the gang, he had to persevere and complete this mission. The doctor implanted a voice changer in him, making his voice the same as Cage's, except for his superior and the two doctors. No one else knew his true identity. John, with Cage's face, was escorted into prison by the federal police.